I thought I'd seen it all until Lisa, the HOA president, decided my driveway was her battlefield. It started with petty complaints, but when she crossed the line, I knew this was war. What happens when a power-hungry bully pushes the wrong person too far? Buckle up, this story is wild. It began with small, annoying things. A typed note on my door screamed, "Violation warning, your truck is an eyesore. Remove it immediately." An eyesore? My well-maintained, legally parked truck sat in my driveway. I chuckled and tossed the note. Then another arrived. "Your grass is overgrown. Correct immediately or face penalties." Overgrown? It was barely half an inch taller than my neighbor's, who never got a peep from Lisa. A week later, a $100 fine landed in my mailbox for failure to comply with HOA aesthetic standards. This wasn't about my lawn or truck, it was about Lisa, and she wanted me out. The notes kept coming, each more absurd. My trash cans lingered 15 minutes past pickup. Fine. My porch light was too bright? Warning. Then it got personal. One morning, I caught a guy with a clipboard snapping photos in my yard. "Hey, what's this?" I called. "Routine HOA inspection," he mumbled, avoiding eye contact. No one else on the block was inspected. Across the street, Lisa stood on her porch, arms crossed, smirking. I shook my head and went inside, but the real blow came days later. I stepped outside to find a tow truck hooking up my vehicle in my driveway. My heart raced as I sprinted over. "What the hell are you doing?" The driver shrugged. "HOA complaint. Unauthorized vehicle." I spun around, and there was Lisa, watching with that smug grin. Rage boiled inside me. "Lisa!" I shouted, storming toward her. "You're towing my truck?" "This is my property." She tilted her head, feigning innocence. Per HOA guidelines, vehicles must meet neighborhood standards. Standards? It was a registered truck. I turned to the driver. "You can't tow this. It's illegal without my consent." He hesitated. I whipped out my phone, recording. "State law, an HOA can't tow a vehicle on private property without a court order." The driver glanced at Lisa, then at me. "Gotta call my boss," he muttered. Lisa's smile vanished. She stomped forward. "You can't do this." "Follow HOA rules." I zoomed in on her. "So you admit this is personal?" Her mouth flapped like a fish out of water. The driver's radio crackled, and he unhooked my truck. "No court order, no tow." Lisa shrieked. "This isn't over. You'll regret this." I smirked. "Good luck, Lisa." She stormed off, but I knew she'd escalate. I had to be ready. The next day, a letter arrived, an official HOA notice listing 15 violations. Trash cans out too long, grass too high, unapproved decorations, half weren't even real rules. I stepped outside, and there was Lisa, pretending to check her phone but eyeing me. I held up the letter. 15 violations? You think this'll scare me?" She smirked. "I don't make the rules. I enforce them." I laughed. "This is personal, and you know it." Her eyes gleamed. "Comply or face consequences." The next morning, city inspectors swarmed my property, measuring my grass and checking my fence. "What's this?" I asked. "HOA flagged multiple concerns," one said. I glanced at Lisa's window, she was watching. Then an email hit. The HOA claimed I was creating a hostile environment and threatened a lien on my house. A lien. If I didn't pay their bogus fines, they could try to take my home. Lisa wasn't just harassing me, she was trying to destroy me. I was furious but focused. Then came the knockout punch, a loud knock at my door. A man in a suit handed me an envelope. "You've been served." My stomach dropped. Lisa and the HOA were suing me for repeated violations and disturbing neighborhood harmony. If I lost, I could lose my home. I gripped the papers, heart pounding. Lisa had declared war, and I was done playing defense. I spent 3 sleepless nights digging into HOA bylaws, property laws, and legal precedents. Then I found it. Lisa was breaking her own rules. As an HOA board member, she needed approval for house modifications. She didn't have it for her fancy patio. She'd issued fines without board consent and mishandled HOA funds. Her actions weren't just unethical, they were illegal. I compiled everything: screenshots, photos, emails, even video of her admitting to targeting me. I had her. The HOA meeting was my battleground. I arrived early, joined by neighbors who despised Lisa's bullying. She strutted in, chin high, oblivious to the storm coming. When her turn came, she droned about my defiance and pushed for legal action. I stood. "Lisa, let's talk about your violations." Her jaw twitched. "Excuse me?" I slapped a thick folder on the table. "Per HOA rules, exterior modifications need board approval. Where's the paperwork for your patio?" Silence. Murmurs spread. "And," I flipped a page, "HOA presidents can't issue fines unilaterally. I have emails proving you did, dozens of times." The room buzzed. A board member leaned forward. "Is this true?" I nodded. "She's abused her power to target people she dislikes and tried to place an illegal lien on my house." The crowd erupted. Lisa stood, red-faced. "This is an outrage." I tossed a USB drive on the table. "Then let's audit the accounts." A board member stood. "We need to vote on Lisa's removal." Her mouth fell open. "You can't." The vote was unanimous. Lisa was out. She stormed off, vowing revenge. You'd think she'd quit, but Lisa doubled down. Days later, I got a letter from her lawyer, suing me for defamation and emotional distress. Emotional distress? After she tried to ruin me? I called my lawyer, who uncovered her fatal mistake. Lisa had forged HOA documents. That was fraud. We countersued, and her case collapsed. The judge ordered her to refund every illegal fine and compensate scammed homeowners. I got thousands in damages. But the real blow? Fraud is criminal. The HOA pressed charges, and Lisa was arrested, led from her home in handcuffs, screaming about conspiracies. No one cared. Investigators dug deeper and found she'd embezzled HOA funds for years. Her house was foreclosed, her accounts frozen. She filed an appeal, denied. Lisa, once the neighborhood tyrant, was powerless, her name a punchline among neighbors who'd feared her. With Lisa gone, the HOA reformed. Absurd fines vanished, and the neighborhood became a community again. I sat on my porch, my truck, a symbol of victory, parked proudly. Lisa thought she could break me, but bullies always fall. Karma collects. What would you have done? Ever dealt with a power-tripping HOA tyrant like Lisa? Drop your story in the comments and tell us, is it ever okay to push back with a little mischief against someone like her, or should you always play by the rules? Hit that like button if you've faced a Lisa, and subscribe for more wild stories. Let's keep exposing these Karens.